How Shimi Havashai, Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shalom and salutations to all the Aquath, listening and learning, being a pillar of rest. All right, so quick lesson. Got to know who the devil is and who the devil's lieutenant is. All right, so Nahum 3 will start at the top. Judgment against Nineveh. All right. Woe to the bloody city. Nineveh is Babylon the Great as well. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. We are the prey. The elect, the children of Israel, and the elect. The noise of a whip. All right. And the noise of rattling wheels. The prancing horses and of jumping chariots. How about you, Jake? Low ride, high side, okay? Side showing. The horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. What are we talking about? This is what goes on at the end of America. Okay? We're caught in this land, spinning our wheels basically, not even knowing who we are. Stumble upon their corpses. There's none end. You people are dead, right? You're not living. You're not alive. And here's the point. Because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, I'm going to read it again. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, right? Harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, okay, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. What? Selleth families. Sounds like you're grabbing up little kids. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts on thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Okay? And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. So basically, the Most High is in the process of revealing what these devils are up to. Okay? And we know who the top devil is. Esau, right? And his lieutenant. All right? So what are we going to do first? We're going to look at occult symbols. Okay? See that? Occult symbols. The Baphomet right there. That's Led Zeppelin right there. If you know, then you know. Occult studies are by definition a study of hidden mysteries. Occult simply means hidden. It's knowledge which is traditionally not freely shared and is often coded in a symbol system known only to the practitioner and other members of a related community. So when a witch gets out and starts speaking in witch language, you have to be a witch in order to understand that, right? What was this dude's name that brought out the John Todd? John Todd it's hundreds of years old witch language, and they were speaking in witch language and da 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 da. Helter Skelter means race war, right? John Todd was bringing it out because he was a witch, and he was a witch who was a snitch. Okay, but this is powerful right here. It's knowledge which is traditionally not freely shared, meaning you're in a secret society, and is often coded in a symbol system known only to the practitioner and other members of a related community. Now, listen close. Let's start from the oldest occult symbol. It's the phoenix bird. Okay? Phoenix, Arizona. What does that mean? Phoenix rising from the ashes. Arizona means to rise. Huh. Out of the desert, right? The phoenix bird and it originated in the Egyptian satanic mysteries. It is believed that only one of these magnificent birds, Salaka, it is believed that only one of these magnificent bird lives at any time. This is spelled wrong. There should be an F. Only one of these magnificent birds lives at any one time and has a lifespan of 500 years. Then it self-immolates and its body is reduced to ashes. However, a new phoenix immediately arises out of these ashes to live another 500 years. 500 years, huh? Sounds like about the amount of time that this devil was given, right? If 500 years is a half a season or a little season, if 1,000 years is a season or an eon, right? What is a little season? Okay, 500 years. In occult, it is believed that the phoenix is a symbol. That the phoenix is a symbol of Lucifer, who was cast down in flames, and who they think will one day rise triumphant. Okay, now who is Lucifer? The Chaldeans of the day. Okay, and who is that? That's Esau with the light, with the knowledge, right? And his lieutenant. Okay, Phoenix is a symbol of Lucifer, who was cast down in flames and who they think will one day rise triumphant. So this is their witch doctrine, if you will. This, of course, also relates to the rising of Hiram Abiff. Who is that? This is a Hamite, Hiram, okay? The Canaanite, I believe. And going into the secret society known as the Masonic Order. The Masonic Hamashiach occult symbols are fast replacing Christian symbols in today's world. That's all we need. They went in. We got enough out of that. Okay? So, Phoenix. The Phoenix is a symbol of Louis Cypher, who was cast down in flames and who they think will one day rise triumphant. Now, let's get a little more on this. All right? Whatever this is. Let's go.
The phoenix has been admired by man since the beginning of civilization. The fabulous animal is part of Persian, Egyptian, Greco-Roman, and Jewish mythologies, among others. The phoenix is a bird with red and yellow feathers. It is usually represented as a bird of prey, but also as a flaming peacock. The bird is a powerful animal. Although it is depicted with the size of an eagle, the creature could carry even elephants during flight. Another power of the animal was its tears. They had the ability to heal any injury or illness. The phoenix could also wrap its own body in fire. Hence, when it flew into flames in broad daylight, some mistook its glow for the sun. But the main reason for the animal's admiration lies in its immortality. According to Hesiod, the bird lived 9 times longer than a raven, that is, approximately 500 years. And when it realized that the end was near, the phoenix would make a nest with cinnamon, sage, and myrrh, and it self-combusted in it, leaving only ashes. From this pile of ashes, a new phoenix was born. The latter would take the remaining ashes of the bird that gave birth to it and place them inside a myrrh egg, which was taken to Egypt, to the city of Heliopolis, and placed on the altar of the sun. It was believed that the ashes could resurrect the dead.
All witchcraft.
The myth of the phoenix's immortality was so powerful that the young and eccentric Roman Emperor Elagabalus wanted to eat one of these birds to become immortal. His lackeys set out in search of the animal and found nothing. Not to return empty handed, they served the emperor a bird of paradise. Reportedly, the meat of the bird of paradise does not confer the power of immortality. After all, the sovereign was murdered by the Praetorian Guard 2 years after eating the delicacy. The phoenix myth may have lost importance in some periods of our history, but, like the mythological bird itself, the symbolism is always renewed. In our pop culture, we can see the bird in works like Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, in the Chronicles of Narnia,
Witchcraft.
in the X-Men comics, and in cartoons like Knights of the Zodiac.
All witchcraft.
To this day, the phoenix remains the universal symbol of rebirth and the beginning of a new cycle.
Okay. So we're just getting a little, some little information on the phoenix, right? Now, let's not forget this. However, a new phoenix immediately arises out of the ashes to live another 500 years. In a cult, it is believed that the phoenix is a symbol of Lucifer, who was cast down in flames and who they think will one day rise triumphant. Right? What's this? Who's this? This is a witch. Okay. Witchcraft. Let's get one on witchcraft. Did we get that? Let's read Nahum 3 again. Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Talking about Babylon the Great. The mistress of witchcrafts, right? That selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. This keeps popping up. The wicked witch of the west. Now, back here, right? We're going to analyze what she had to say.
Hey.
Okay, this is Motivational Club 3 days ago over on the devastation in Maui. Look at it. Oh, you're so, she's got everybody fooled. Solar batteries, similar, grandma says. Nobody's calling her out. But let's analyze her speech here. Okay? Because the men of the Lord, we have eyes to see. Take it away, Elvira Gulch. Go.
Hey, everybody. You know what this week has taught me is that when you don't know what to do, you do whatever you can. I have family members who were staying here with me here in Maui, and at first we thought, beginning of the week, that we were going to have to evacuate, and then the winds changed. And then Tuesday evening, I was coming back from a hike and saw this wall of black smoke on the west side of Maui.
As in Wicked Witch of the West side.
That's behind me over there, west side. And the smoke was so thick it was covering the sun. I didn't know at that moment that that was the town of Lahaina being incinerated.
Sure you
And
listen to her speech. I didn't know at the time that it was the town of Lahaina being incinerated. Of course you knew.
it was covering the sun. I didn't know at that moment that that was the town of Lahaina being incinerated. And since then, I've really not known what to do.
But didn't they dispatch you? Didn't Lucifer at the top dispatch you to go and cast your spells like this is one?
I went to visit one of the big shelters here, the War Memorial, and asked people what it is they needed, and then went shopping for some things, some basic things like towels and sheets and shampoo and other necessities.
Yeah, that you did what with? Okay. towels and sheets and blankets, smallpox blankets. What did we see in cloning Tyrone? What they were doing with the hair products. Okay, so when a witch speaks like this, you got to understand why was she dispatched? She was dispatched to go lock down, right, the wickedness that was being uh, cast, if you will, right, on the town. Okay, and she's going to let her fellow witches know, okay, real quick. What does this say? Where was it? Where did we go? Uh, mm, Salakia, bear with me. I might have to come back to that. Phoenix. Let's see. Go back one here. Bear with me. Because only, right? Only these witches understand witch speak. If you don't understand, I think it was this. If you don't understand witch speak, it's going right over your head. So this isn't it. Okay, read this again. Occultic studies are by definition a study of hidden mysteries, only known to the adept, if you will. It's knowledge which is traditionally not freely shared, right? And is often coded in a symbol system known only to the practitioner, that in this case that would be Oprah, and other members of a related community. So she's talking, right, to her community. If you understand what's being said, I'm gonna let her say what she got to say.
And at some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here.
Are you going to make a donation to the Red Cross or FEMA, who is holding back goods and supplies, cutting people off? And see, there's the cover story of what's going on, and then there's what's actually going on the ground. How is it that she's able to take a camera crew in and cast spells on the people directly when other people can't even get in to see their loved ones? But she gets to go in and act as though she cares, which she doesn't. She's gonna say something.
We figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like.
What rebuilding? We? What have you got to do with the rebuilding? Okay. Who put you on it? Who are you speaking on behalf of? We. What do you mean we? Oh, well, she lives in the community. What community is that? She lives in the community, right? Which community? The related community of practitioners and other members? What community? Let's listen to Oprah. She's about to tell you, right? What we're going to do, how we are going to rebuild. What? What? You ain't Hawaiian.
Necessities. And at some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here.
What she's telling you, after all the smoke and dust have settled here, I'm going to go and buy up all of I'm going to buy me some more land in Maui. Okay, that's your major contribution. Okay.
figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like. This is going to be a
She said we. Until we figure out what the rebuild. I'm going to buy the land and we're going to rebuild. We.
make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here, and we figure out what the rebuilding is going to look
You
like.
already
This is
know.
going to be a long and difficult process.
How do you know?
But spending time at the shelters, I've met so many incredible people. One guy, Julius, I said, Julius, tell me what you need, because his legs were covered in bandages where he had to run to escape the fire, and said to me that he could feel his skin popping as he was running. He got out of his car because the tires were melting and he couldn't move forward, and just started to run. And when I said, tell me what you need, he said, ma'am, I need nothing. My life is now.
I need nothing. You will own nothing. She talked about the poor people. What do you need? I need nothing. You will own nothing and be happy. I'm happy that I'm alive. You will own nothing and be happy. Listen.
Tell me what you need. He said, ma'am, I need nothing. My life is now my greatest gift. I have my life.
I'm happy and own nothing.
I've seen so many families who are sharing a cot, an air mattress, and have nothing else left to their names, but they are
happy.
So grateful just to have.
You will own nothing and be happy. You hear this?
A cot, an air mattress, and have nothing else left to their names, but they are so grateful just to have each other. And there is such an incredible spirit going on in.
Now we're talking about spiritualism. What spirit would that be? The spirit.
Such an incredible spirit going on in this entire community, people helping other people. And I know that long after all the camera crews are gone and the rest of the world has moved on, the rebuilding will just begin. And Hawaiians are a strong cultural people and a family-loving people. And with the help and support, you're going to see a lot of Phoenix stories rising from the ashes here. Because.
And there it is. You're going to see what? She's speaking directly to her fellow witches.
Will just begin. And Hawaiians are a strong cultural people and a family-loving people. And with the help and support, you're going to see a lot of Phoenix stories rising from the ashes here.
A lot of what, Oprah? Let's see. A lot of what did you say? Salakia. I should be a little faster with my commentary, but let's get this. Okay. This is what she's talking about. Okay. And why would she, use these terms, if you will? Because she's speaking to her people. All right. Phoenix rising from the ashes. This is all witchcraft. She knows exactly what she's saying. All right. To those who have ears to hear. Let her finish. Say it one more time, witch.
And Hawaiians are a strong cultural people and a family-loving people. And with the help and support, you're going to see a lot of Phoenix stories rising from the ashes here.
We are. We're watching one right now. This witchcraft, this satanic worship of your community of witches.
Because that Aloha spirit is real, y'all. And it has been tested this week to the ultimate max.
Talking about their ultimate plan of taking control over that island.
So I thank you for all of your prayers and your sentiments, and
Which Coven prayers?
everybody in this community thanks you.
Community? What community is that? Is it this community here? Is it this community? It's knowledge which is traditionally not freely shared and is often coded in a symbol system known only to the practitioner and other members of a related community. And who is that? Bill Gates is part of that community, right? What's her name? Julia Roberts is part of that community. Morgan Freeman is part of that community. Uh, uh, all those rich witches that own property out there, whose houses didn't burn, are part of that related community. They all pray to the same God, right? The God of this world. All right, so enough on Oprah. Let's just, I'm gonna try to make it short. You will find him there first, right? Where is that? Is that Sirach? Is that Sirach? 12, maybe. Okay. Who dispatched Oprah? Who gave Oprah her power? Right? Let's start right here. An enemy, right? And what does that mean? Who's our enemy? First, starting with Esau, so-called white man, and then, right? And then Eve. Eve is our enemy too. We're going to show you. Okay, which that includes Aunt Jemima, Oprah. Okay, this is Sirach 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with her lips, his lips, but in his heart and his mind he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. This is what Oprah's doing right now. The scripture is airing her out. Okay, he will weep with his eyes. That's what she's doing. But if he could find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. That's Oprah right now with the crocodile tears. Here's Oprah. She was dispatched, right? If she was actually there on the island while the fires were going on, which I doubt, she flew over there quickly. They said, okay, now the fire's out, get your ass over there and do what you're instructed to do. If adversity come upon me, well, there's the adversity. If a laser beam comes out of the sky and burns up the whole damn island, thou shalt find him there first. Well, who was there? She's there first. Okay? Right? And though he or she pretend to help thee, yet shall she undermine thee. She's right there first, right? Let me go back one. It's probably not on this. Let me get it. I'm gonna put in Oprah at shelter, right? What comes up? What's she doing there? Acting. What's this? Oprah delivers supplies to a Maui shelter after deadly what? 5 days ago. Okay, it's only been a week. If it's been a week. She was there first. Right? All that money. I got 2 pillows right here. What do you need? Lay your head on this pillow. Okay, I done powdered it fresh for you. What is this witch doing? What's this witch doing, y'all? You will find him there first. You will find her there first.
Hi. Oh. I had a question for you. If I need to
Look at
find
her.
somebody, how do I-
It's a photo op. She brought 2 pillows, put them down and got ghost. Okay. If adversity come upon, this is Sirach 12 and 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine. She was sent out there. Go to 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Well, that's saying his, and she's not our enemy, she's one of us. Well, let's see what the scriptures say. Micah 7 and 10, yes? Let's see what Micah 7 says. Micah 7 and 10. Then she, that is mine enemy. There's Oprah right there, hiding in the cut. Eve shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said to me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. So Oprah's got hers coming. You understand? There she is right there. And the enemy, right? Her capitan, she's the lieutenant, right? She was dispatched, right? Because they're in lockstep. They made a deal. Thou shalt not surely die. Well, she was with it. There she is. All right. So this whole thing, nothing but witchcraft. Right after this photo out, them smiles are gone. Look at the witchcraft right here. The mano cornuto. Nothing but that. It's a devil horn. Shaka bra. Right? Now. Anyway. So just showing you what this whole thing is. She's telling you what actually happened. When you say Phoenix rise from the ashes, that means you burned it down. The Phoenix burned it down to rise up. Who is the Phoenix dispatched by? Your community of witches. And let's get this on the way out. Not a witch. Witch to live. Sorceress. We did this before, but it's going to keep coming up. Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Well, there she is. Hey, you're going to see it very soon. Okay? Sorceress. This is sorcery. All right? He's speaking witch language, and we understand that now. We have eyes to see and ears to hear. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brother and few sisters. With that, shalom.